Our final finalist is going to be, it's Blur, and is going to be introduced by someone you will recognize later because he's going to be up here to help me with the voting, and besides that, he's a nice guy. Please, a big round of applause to one of the most patient and wise gentlemen you'll ever meet. It's Carrie Christian. Carrie, come on up here.
Patient and wise. Wow, that's great. That's fantastic. How many major security breaches happened last year? How many of your friends' hacked email accounts sent you that "I'm in Paris and I'm broke, so please wire money" message? Have you gotten that? How much was revealed about our lack of privacy by Edward Snowden? Who here has had their identity stolen? These issues are not going away. Last year, the Password Box app won mobile apps Showdown. Just a month ago, Intel bought the company. As often happens, both black hats and white hats are upping their game. Today, simply managing passwords is pretty unimpressive. Instead, a much broader approach is required. And here to tell us about what Blur can do is Rob Chevelle, co-founder of Abine.
Thanks, Gary. Hello, everybody. My name's Rob. I'm the co-founder of a privacy company called Abine, and we have an app called Blur, which you can find in the App Store. Most of you are probably thinking, what's Blur do? It's a privacy app. Well, it encrypts all of your communications, keeps anybody and everybody from finding out what you're doing, and our newest feature, which we're really excited about, is one where you can walk around and literally, with a hand gesture, turn yourself and make yourself invisible. You ready? Now, who here actually believes anything I'm saying anymore? Some of you out there were actually waiting for me to disappear. I'm serious. You guys have pretty high expectations for apps. I mean, it's a tough crowd. And I don't know, if you think downloading an app can give you superpowers and magical abilities, I'm going to have a tough time, and all of us that have spent time up here are going to have a tough time wowing you and getting you to vote for us. But let me tell you what Blur actually does. It protects your passwords, payments, and privacy. Why? Because those things suck right now. Your passwords suck, and I know it. When you shop online, those companies, the sites and the merchants, suck at protecting your credit cards. And if you've been on the floor at CES and watched all these people flying around drones with video cameras, you pretty much know that the internet and technology sucks at protecting your privacy. So what can you do about it? With Blur, you can go to any site, and here's CNET's CES site, and you'll see a little number. That number 8 indicates how many trackers are following you around, watching you, just like little drones on that site. And it automatically blocks them from finding anything about you out, what you did on that site, and that kind of thing. So in a way, it does make you invisible when you're surfing, and it does a much better job than private browsing mode. But now I want to get into a bunch of the other features because our time is limited, and we got to get to the voting. So Blur can also help you when you're creating accounts and giving out information on the internet. Just like Carrie said, you don't want those emails from Paris coming at you anymore. So instead of dealing with that, you can actually, with one click or one tap of your phone, make a unique email address that forwards all the communications right to your real email and never reveals your personal email address. We'll make you strong passwords in the same way that are really tough for hackers to crack. And all of that stuff is remembered, managed, automatically encrypted, and ready and available for you across all your devices. Now, the really cool thing is when we get to the payments component. If I'm shopping on any site on the web, I can tap in, and when they ask for my credit card number, no matter what I'm buying, I can choose to mask my card. In this case, I'm going to buy something for, say, 22 bucks. I'll type in $22, hit finish up, and right there on the fly, Blur will go out and create you a new credit card. That credit card will be limited to the amount you chose, in this case, 22 bucks. and it'll show up right on your screen. And instead of having to type it all in, you can hit one button, it'll autofill it all into the shopping cart, and voila. You've created a transaction where you've never given out your real credit card to the company. Why is that important? A bunch of reasons, but obviously one of them is if that site ever gets hacked, all those credit cards ever get stolen, you don't care because your card was never there and the value of that card is gone. So the hackers haven't taken actually anything. They've stolen something that's worthless. So that's what Blur does. It helps you protect your identity. It helps you secure your information. It helps you use the internet faster because you have to type less. And because we create virtual credit cards, I am going to, and because I'm the last presenter, I'm going to do a cheap and dirty trick, which is to give out free credit cards to all of you who vote for us. So I want hands up of everybody that wants credit cards. Pamela's going to help me distribute them. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Let's hear it for Blur.
Thanks.
I got to be honest with you, I really did think he was going to make himself disappear. I did.